Do I say anything? No, because they're coming home and partying, not waking up everyone up in the early in the morning with your loud American voice.
Yeah! Let's go! Go!
8. Backup quarterback. I was joking that he's like Garoppolo. Alright, looks like we're gonna have possibly a rainy day in Almere today. It's been sprinkling all over our skylights this whole morning.
We gotta find out how waterproof the camera is.
I will say this much about having neighbors in an apartment. Now, I understand that we technically do have 3 neighbors, but one morning I was walking down with Aaron to go to Eindhoven, or he was going to Eindhoven, and I was talking a little bit loud, and we sleep really close to the stairs. But apparently our neighbors can come home with like a whole troop of people at like midnight from a party for Carnival and just and I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep because I have a game tomorrow. Do I say anything? No, because they're coming home and partying, not waking up everyone up in the early in the morning with your loud American voice. So yeah, it's raining fairly significantly. We're leaving a smidge earlier than we have to because I'm curious about a news report I read this morning about an explosion on Linnaeusstraat. So it's kind of on the way if I take a slightly different route. Basically, we're going up to the bus stop and then we're walking straight over to Matterport. That make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and that's what's going on with that. If there's anything to see, then I'll probably turn the camera on for it. But if there's not really much anything to see, then I'm not gonna get the camera any more wet than it has to be. That could have been. So, Mr. Chen's has a broken window. This is apparently where it happened. All the news reports said that it was. I don't see any problem. Go to the screen. All right, we're here in Almere. We're out and actually near the stop, at the bus stop. There's an ARNet thing, which ARNet is something that heads to like Amstel. It's regional network, regional. Anyway, so I'm coming over to check to see if a bus will go from here straight back home instead of us having to take a couple transfers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll discuss things later about how to get home. It's not really necessary right now. That's not going to be until like the evening, but we may have a singular path to get home on a bus, which could suck because that keeps me all crammed up in my in a position for a long time, but it leads me to, in case I'm exhausted and whatnot, so I don't have to. You guys want to see Almere? I've noticed the one thing that kind of gets me about this whole area, I should probably not be walking off somewhere because I don't know quite which direction I need to go. So the one thing about here is that there's not a lot of things over 2 stories. Some of these buildings are 3 stories, like that one. But a lot of the buildings, even within the city center area, were not that much above sea level. And this is the most recent polder built in the 50s and the 60s. And it's like 8 meters below sea level. Yeah. So that's fun.
Alright, so there's periodically fog on the inside of the lens, so there's going to be holes. Sorry about that.
One, two, three.
Yeah, but that is his wife, not his daughter.
Frank.
I was gonna get a thing with my fellow clean boy. It's Mikhail, 8, backup quarterback. I was joking that he's like Garoppolo.
What?
Meg, you're cold, aren't you? From South Africa, freezing her ass off. I know. She goes, "Aren't you cold?" And I'm like, "It's a white person. That's our racial flex."
Being cold is our racial flex.
Not being affected by the cold.
Yeah.
But I don't really have anything to say. Not much. I mean, it is a W, but so is the letter in the alphabet.
Yeah, I thought we lost.
Well, the score was over in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. I told Wes I understand the low playing time.
Get out. You're getting in your head. Get out.
There's nothing to do. You know, I don't know how to be a player that is one of those that's used in tight games. It's sort of like no matter how hard I work, no matter what I do, I don't know.
Stop. Just take the win.
I know, I'm taking the win, and I'm seriously trying to get this for the team, but
No one on your team is thrilled.
I know. And that's part of it is last week I was a bit more thrilled. This week it's not much of a win. It's literally the W. We are now 2-0. But I'm feeling really delusional in a weird way. And I know I brought that one up to you before.
Yeah.
And that was part of the reason I couldn't sleep last night. I was like, what? What if I don't have this? What happens if, an injury happens or I just get entirely too slow and I don't have football anymore and I'm not coaching? What more is there for me in this country? You're the one that has the job. I've got nothing but this. All right, we're back in Amsterdam. We're in Oost. Really windy.
Yeah.
But we're heading by Domino's, and we're gonna pick up like pizza and possibly these things that are like Gouda bites.
I think are like the cheesy hash brown bite things. I'm not sure.
So they're basically Gouda tots.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen tater tots around here, and that's worried.
Have them.
Oh, they open? I'll have to check that out throughout the week.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just modeling the restaurant right now. So yeah, sorry about that end footage there. The wind and the rain and stuff just conspired to not allow for a lot of stuff to happen after the game. This thing's wind cut is great, and I kind of want to turn it off because then it'll hear everything normally, but then again, it might overpower everything and you won't hear anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a fickle thing to turn on and off.
I was gonna say it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna order our pizza and head back inside and head upstairs. Oh, so they still got the cheesy stuff going on anyways. All right, yeah, they're $2.95. We'll get.
Yeah.
But they still got that cheesy pizza, and that chili cheese and beef is delicious.
You want to do the same thing we did last time, but add in the
the Gouda bites to see if they're any good, but the cheesy bread still is enough for us. It works also. But the Gouda bites are only $3 extra, so. I'll see you guys tomorrow.